In this video, we'll try to find out if there are any palindromes in our dataset. We have a dataset Fitbits dataset, and it has several numerical columns. And we will try to use Power Query and find out if there are any palindromes. As we all know, the palindrome is a sequence of characters that reads the same forward and backward, and it could be words, it could be numbers or sentences. So we will try to stick to two columns. We'll try to pick up total steps and also total calories, those two columns which are available in our data set. Let us go back to the Power BI desktop and look at the data. And as you can see, we have several columns, and in that we'll try to pick two columns. So there are several ways to find out if there are any palindromes. So we will try to use Power Query, and let us try to click on Transform Data. And we are now in Power Query. So we can create those columns in this dataset itself, or probably we can maybe use duplicate or reference options and create a new dataset. And once we have the dataset, we could maybe remove other columns which we don't want. Let us try to name that as data for palindromes and others. And at a future date, we will try to use this data for maybe finding out maybe answer more research questions. So for now, let us try to name that. And maybe, as I said, we will try to keep three columns and remove the other columns. So select those columns which you want to keep and remove other columns. We have date, total steps, and total carries. I think we are ready for our next step. So let us try to change those two columns numerical into text. We want to use Power Query, and we'll try to go and create a custom column. And there is a simple one-line code. We will try to use that, and let us try to name this as is palindrome for steps, because we have two columns, right? So we have to do it individually for each and every column. So let us try to do that for steps and repeat the same for calories. So we will try to use a function which is available for us, Text.Reverse. And once we have that, we can pass whatever column which we are looking for to find the palindrome. So in this case, we will try to use total steps. Let us try to pass that to the function text reverse, and we can use a simple if then else condition here. So obviously when we are using DAX, it's a little bit different, but in M query, it's a entirely little bit different here. So follow this syntax for if then else. So if the total steps equal to total steps, so that means it will reverse the whatever characters which are there in the column and check if they're equal, then it is a palindrome. Otherwise, it's not a palindrome. It's a very simple line of code. Once we execute that, we have the new column which is available. This is the steps column, mind you. There are two columns for us, so we have to repeat the same for total calories too. So I have done that already. So once we are happy with this, we can just close and apply, and make sure that those applied steps are there. If you have filtered, just remove that step. And once we have this, we are ready to go to our Power BI desktop. So let us try to go, close and apply, and we are in the Power BI desktop. I've already created a report page, and in case if you go to the modeling view, I have created some relationships. You don't have to do this. I just wanted to make sure that we have this option available in case if needed. We can always create relationship with the calendar table and also our fact table. This is how you do it. But since I wanted to do that, I have gone ahead and did that. And we have a slicer up top. Here is coming from the calendar table. And also there is a table visual on the left-hand side. And you can pause the video and look at the values which are being passed from these tables. And once we have that, we have a table visual. And anytime the user selects any year, 2020, 21, 22, 23, those values will obviously change in the report page. And also, I've added those columns which are coming from the new dataset which we have created. And make sure that you pause the video and look at the values which are being added. And I've also gone ahead and created a few measures. As you can see, we have used the count rows function. And for the filter, we have added the table which we just created. And if this condition is matching, it is a palindrome. If not, it is not. It is not a palindrome. And we have done that for both calories and also the steps. These are four measures which we have created. And also in the table visual, we have ordered those values. And in the new card visual, I've added all those four measures. As you can see, anytime user selects the year, those values will change in both the visuals. I've done some conditional formatting too. And this is a new way to look at our data and get insights. So thanks for watching and see you in the next video.